school trick. Buddy is like 60, 70 years old. And what he do, he go around, he pull that money out, and he tell them girls all the time, I got friends.
Yes.
These are my friends. This is Benjamin 1, Benjamin 2. And you know what he
So
do? He
funny.
say, here, why don't you take this, go on and go shopping, but put my number in your phone and just call me and answer when buddy call. Yeah, you do that.
Yeah, it's understood.
That's a trick.
He planted
That's
seed.
understood.
It's a trick.
That's
That's
tricky.
understood.
That's
He didn't want the goods right then and there. But he planted that seed to let you know you can always come back. But the next time you come back,
It's gonna be up.
you're gonna have to bring something back.
Bring the whole
So it's a
honey
fine
pot.
line between tricking and prostituting, right?
Huh?
No, it's the same.
That's the same thing.
That's the same thing.
Is that it's a fine?
That's what
what I'm saying,
prostitutes
yeah.
call.
Ain't no fine line. It's the same line.
It's the same line. But see,
Same
niggas.
thing.
But see, the thing that separates tricking from prostitution is
You ain't gonna get
niggas can
coochie.
trick with food. Niggas can trick by getting
Yeah,
your car
with everything,
fixed.
paying
I
bills,
mean, it's-
like
it's a
not
lot
giving
of
you cash money. You don't have to just be in the money, you know.
All right,
way.
so
Of
what?
So are we
sport?
talking about now
Wait, wait,
or
wait.
then?
I know the answer to this question.
No,
No,
y'all
no,
good.
the men know. That's what I said. The men know.
Between both of y'all.
Exactly. So what is it?
We're
We
nurturers.
established that
We're
the man's supposed to
nurturers.
be the provider, protector, and the
No.
preacher.
No.
So the woman's supposed to provide.
No, the woman's a.
Wait,
see,
wait.
but see,
Is the woman?
that's first of all, that's
No. Hold on. Is the woman supposed to
that's
provide?
the old school way. Provide, protect, whatever.
keeps saying this
See,
old school
because
shit,
because
nigga.
you
You saying
can't
they-
because you're
he's not supposed
because the
to.
woman was supposed to be the nurturer. We're the nurturer. We're the one that you come home to and you have a peace of mind. We supposed to cook. We supposed to clean. We supposed to take care of
Man, I
our
wish I got
man,
some of
love
that.
him. You know, be there for him. Be his emotional support. That's what a woman's supposed
Man, I ain't never
to
seen that in a
do.
relationship.
Well,
and I ain't
I'm
talking
sorry.
about me. I'm
I don't
talking
know
about
what type
other
of
people.
women you're going
I'm talking about
for.
everybody. Like
But
a lot
I'm
of
just,
these
but a
men.
lot, but that's what y'all so keep saying. I don't never see this. I am one. I am a woman that was taught to learn. I know how to take care of my man. I know how to be whatever position I need to be, if needs so. I done been married, so I done been married. I done
If
been divorced. I
needs
done
so.
been. Because every man doesn't deserve all of that either.
ain't
I'm
never
not gonna
married, she
give
don't know.
all of that. Who? I'm gonna say I'm not gonna give my all to just like you can't you gonna protect and provide. That's what one thing the woman can't do for herself is protect herself. That's what we need a man
Ronda
for.
Rousey out here kicking his asses.
It don't she's still gonna get beat up by a man.
When?
She still can't square up with like Mike Tyson.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, that's Mike Tyson.
At the end of the day,
No
a
matter how
woman
good you train.
cannot protect herself from a man. At the end of the day, I'm not saying all. Generally speaking, you can kill a woman with her
So
bare
a woman
hands.
of her
Millimeter
same,
is a- don't
just
give
a
damn
one. I mean, a
about
man
that.
of
I'm
her
not
same.
talking about the
of her same
one-offs.
stature.
I'm not talking about the one. I'm not talking about the Layla Lees and
No,
the
I know.
Ronda
I'm saying,
Rouseys.
what I'm saying is a woman that
Of a woman,
compared to
yes,
a man of the
a
same
man.
stature.
We're the
They're in
only
the same
thing. We're the
place.
only thing we can't. That's the only thing we can't do for. Yeah, no man is out here going like. We have to worry about being attacked by men. We can't protect ourselves from a man. That's
Okay.
the one thing a woman cannot do for herself per se.
So
So everything else we could provide for ourselves now. We can do all of that. It was a point where we couldn't, where the man had to go work and then provide. That's
Yeah.
why y'all were providers. We didn't. We
Hold
stayed at home.
Hold on.
But now we can go provide. So 80-20. Now we're becoming like, now that's why we're both like this. Y'all are, we're hard now and men are becoming very emotional. And so it's taken away from all of that, what we supposed to be for one another.
Okay, so
I
can we
would
go back to
like
what
to
we're
say-
supposed to be?
Nurturing. Well, that's what we were supposed. We supposed to be our emotional
but that's
support.
That's all y'all got.
That's the only.
one.
That was the only
That's
thing
one.
we were. What are we supposed to do?
Okay, so now with that
But
saying,
now we can provide for y'all.
okay,
Because there's women out here taking care of men now.
I see, right? The 20,000,
no, but that
10,000,
doesn't
I
answer
know.
the question.
Because I answered it.
But-
Nurturing,
That's
emotional
one.
support. It's not my fault that men have
3-1.
three and we
I
have
got this.
one.
3-1.
So-
exactly. It's a man's world.
A woman's job
That ain't got shit to do with
was
it.
always supposed to be to love, to honor, and to obey. Preach, provide, protect, love, honor, and obey. The rules have definitely changed.
A lot.
And
right?
reversing.
So if a woman says, and I hear this often, that they're not protected, right? The man come back and says, well,
I'm not loved.
I don't feel like I'm being honored.
So that's where we are.
So then they come back and say, well, I don't feel like you're a provider. Men come back and say, well, I don't feel like I'm loved.
And that's gonna always be a man's. I don't feel loved or loved enough. And you know what I'm saying?
But that's okay because again, I think the biggest thing that we miss in relationships is it is both the man and the woman's job to make each other feel secure.
Facts.
Everybody have their own role.
So if I
okay.
come to you, try to figure out what is it that I'm missing that I don't feel loved about,
I
and
don't
if you
know
don't
that
feel
part.
protected, it's my job to figure out what is it that I'm not doing or need to do to make sure you do feel protected.
But you know what be
But
happening?
the problem is,
What do they say? Oh, I'm not. Okay, well, or I am loving you. No, you're
And
loving me the way
that's
that you loving me.
problem.
You're not loving me the way that I need to be loved.
No, okay, well then you need to go find somebody else because love is
And then
defined
that's
by
what-
an action.
and that's why we-
And if my way of loving you is not your way of receiving love,
But that's the
then we
problem.
need to
That
get
is
fuck
the
on.
problem. That is the problem. You're not trying to figure out, okay, well, what can I do or what am I not doing first before you say, oh, well, you need to go find it somewhere else.
Yeah, yeah, tell your ass.
Exactly.
I'm only
That's why
capable of
we're
this
here.
amount of love.
That's
That's all I got to give.
That's where we are though. But it's like if I'm telling you how I feel, either you can respect it and try to figure out how we gonna pass it, or you gonna be like, all right, well, I did all I can.
Because you're
That's
going to meet
either
that
or.
one that say, I define love by my money. You need to give me some
I
money.
feel
For the
like
love of money, that's all you.
people need some type of therapy, right?
Oh, I love this
Absolutely.
conversation now.
when
Yes.
when it comes to the 80-20, because again it's neither one, no one has brought up the emotional support or damage
Oh, man, I was coming there. I was
that
waiting
we're
on
doing
y'all.
on both sides of it, you know. And that's what it really boils down to. Women feel like they got to be hard because they're emotionally damaged, and on the flip side of it, men are the same way. You know, we've done damage to one another. We've smeared, especially the black community, specifically the black community.
we're divided.
We smear each other every day.
Absolutely.
You know, and it's too much of bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. And too much of
I don't
niggas ain't
need no
shit.
nigga.
I don't need no nigga. I got this by myself. And then you brag about it. Father's Day, I'm both mama and daddy. No, you're not. You're not.
Can't be.
Or these women saying that
Sometimes.
they're single mothers. You're not a single mother if that man is active and doing what he's doing for the child.
Or
Exactly.
trying to do.
Exactly.
You
Or
may be a single
trying to
parent.
do.
Because when you hear the term
Perceive.
single mother, as black people automatically assume, oh, she doing everything by herself. That's a negative perception, especially to the person people know who your baby daddy is. You know,
But who came up with the baby daddy? Like it's your child's father. That whole baby daddy. I don't. That's why I don't have one.
Black women?
I don't
Black
have a
women.
baby daddy because I don't even like the term of baby daddy. It shouldn't
It's a
even
horrible
be.
term.
It shouldn't be because
It
you're
is a
the
horrible
child's
term.
father.
Father.
Baby daddy is specifically aimed for those who don't. You're nothing. You're a sperm donor. That's what that baby daddy term mean. You should, but that's the whole perception of the
Y'all created that shit.
the words, the vocabulary of what we use those terms for,
Yeah,
and
y'all
it's
created
being.
that term.
What
Own
is
that.
this going
Did nobody else do that? Did nobody do that to y'all? Y'all did that to y'allselves.
I don't
don't
know.
like that.
I don't know.
That's my baby daddy.
We don't. A lot of times you think
That's
that
just
we
my
come up
baby
with stuff, and
daddy.
sometimes we don't create these things. Things
Who
are
that
fed
is?
into
Yeah.
making these words who they are. Like
Yeah,
baby daddy.
You being a stereotype.
I don't
right now.
have any kids. I don't even use the term.
You
So-
being a stereotype though.
but I think that the words matter. Let's
Absolutely.
start there.
That
Hey,
that's
listen, you know
matter.
what? That saying,
sticks and stones.
may
That
break
was
my
a
bones,
lie. That was
Like
a
motherfucker.
lie.
But the thing about it is that they become more than words when you turn them into labels.
Uh-huh.
And I said that with
That's
the
true.
negative
True.
annotation of like side chick. Like cheating is supposed to be looked at in a negative light, right? But when you give it a label,
You glorify the.
that means this is
Side chick.
supposed to happen. Because things that have labels are supposed to have, like drugs, they don't have a label on them because they're illegal. So if someone's selling crack, ain't no crack label on there because it's illegal. In the states where marijuana is legal, they have labels on it. So it's the same thing with like how you name things, like side chick
But see,
or side nigga.
but even on that annotation, you see how it had a label on it when it's in Oklahoma, but it ain't got no label in Texas, but it's still the same product.
But
Yeah.
he's saying-
On that note of like relationships, like it's the same thing. It's just how you look at it. It's okay to have a side chick, it depends on your relationship where you at in
But
that.
check this out. The thing about it is though.
It's never really.
No, it's not.
okay.
But no, it's not
polygamy,
that.
motherfucker.
It's just
That's but they not side chicks if it's polygamy. You're
She-
dating them both
she-
equally.
She on
No,
the side of
here-
the other
here-
house.
no,
I'm
here's
over
the
there
deal.
later on.
because when it's blackwashed, and I'm using the term blackwashed, because these are terms: side chick, side nigga.
Yeah, other
side
cultures don't
piece.
use none of these words.
These are black terms that are actually negative annotations, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what happened to using mistress?
exactly.
It don't sound as bad as
Monica Lewinsky was a mistress,
Mistress.
not a side chick.
Marilyn Monroe.
A mistress, not a side chick. But when you talk about us,
Black people cheat.
Because words matter.
White people, I had an affair.
thank you.
But,
But that's our community that have created this, and it
When-
gives it's the same thing.
But
we
just
keep
think
it
about
flowing.
this for a second. Think about this. If you feel like you've been cheated by somebody, how do you feel?
Angry.
You get pissed off like,
Hurt.
motherfucker, you cheated me?
you got that on me.
So whenever you and your significant other, you find out that they messed around on you, you say, you cheated on me. You calling them a cheat. So now you pissed off.
As you should.
But white people, you know, honey, I had an affair. Yeah, John had an affair. We're going to go to therapy and work through it.
Mm-hmm.
about to
Words
start saying that.
matter. And I think that we
Because
go
it's how
back,
you
You saying
perceive.
black people we should stop cheating and start having affairs?
Yes.
pretty much.
That way our women will shut the fuck up and get over it.
What I'm saying
No,
is,
it's still wrong.
it's one of those
Don't
things
put that
where
out there.
I'm too
words matter to
Worry
the
about
point
cheating.
of you have to be careful what you label
Yeah.
yourself or somebody else.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Because again,
The perception.
they call us ghetto,
Mm-hmm.
right?
But when they
And
do
then when it comes to
them.
them,
It's trash. oh,
but we,
no.
it, we got that one. We call them that.
All right. But yeah, to them
It's ghetto until they do it. It's acceptable afterward.
it's
It's
ghetto to
labeled differently,
we
so it's
do.
perceived
yeah,
differently.
because they'll
And that's the thing.
they'll do the same thing.
And they
but-
do that. They put the labels on us all the time. When some stuff happen with a black person, he's a thug.
Thug.
Oh, absolutely.
Instantly, first words out of their mouth.
Criminal.
Those
Thug.
thugs.
But no mass,
Commonly used by Donald Trump.
no mass murderer. All
No.
those mass murderers are not called thugs.
Hell
They're
no,
mass
it's called
murderers.
Mass murderers.
Yeah, you know that's just the term, and it's how you perceive it. That's your perception. Is how you hear things. You know how you hear it. That's what I was saying earlier.
They kill
where You
thugs.
can't have a leader that say those things because the words is reaching people differently.
Think
What
about
we're
this.
hearing.
Think about this. They kill thugs, but they arrest mass
Mass murderers.
murderers
Mm-hmm.
to study them.
But why you not trying to arrest and
Even stop
study
at
us?
Burger King for 'em.
What type of shit is that?
Gave him a burger.
Oh, I kill thugs, but this mass murderer who just killed 30 people, you know, let's just take them back, feed
Innocent,
them.
innocent
Let's study
people,
him. Let's see why he did
children,
this.
children. But you want to kill the guy who killed the guy who stole money from him?
Let's go back again.
No, but
To what we were originally talking about.
I know, but the
It's
80-20,
getting really
it don't went
deep.
all the way, yeah. But no, the 80-20
You
though,
started
I
this movie,
do,
cuz.
I'm sorry.
I do feel like it has a lot to do with, you know, every situation is different, you know, but I feel like we all have our own roles.
But
that
at the
we
same time,
should
it goes
do.
into this, right? Although every situation is different, everybody starts off with the same problem, right? It starts with some trauma. It starts with some issue at home or some issue with a relationship of not getting what you felt like you needed in life, right? So he said love. Everyone needs love. First off, do you love yourself is the number one question. Because how can you accept love from somebody else in any kind of way if you don't even love yourself first?
That's, yeah,
Right.
self-love.
So if my partner is saying, you know, you don't love me, and I'm saying, yes, I do, it's like, but do you love you enough to know that I love you?
Or do you know how to be loved? Yeah, do you know how to be
Exactly.
loved? But
You know
so
what I
that,
mean?
but that's,
Using Jedi
So,
mind tricks.
so it's also, in that sense, you have to make a decision. Okay, do I continue to try and figure out, okay, I see where this person is missing love, and I can love them in that way? Or do I walk away because I know what, you know,
gotta
I
be
can
honest
do.
with yourself.
You know what I mean?
You gotta know when to hold
But see,
'em.
like you said, and when to fold 'em. I like that commercial. Okay,
Know
but
when to walk
but,
away.
but that's the whole point. That's why the younger, like when you're 20 and 21, 18, getting these relationships, which a lot of people do, you don't even know who you are.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I spent a lot more time single than I have in relationships because I understood that I didn't know what I was doing. And I knew that we were all out here doing everything. And I know when I dated a high school boyfriend, I had a boyfriend from 19, off and on, 19 to 23. Dated somebody for 23. And I was single all the way till I got married and then divorced. Because all those times by myself, I'm learning who I am because we're evolving every day. I wake up one day and want to be with you. The next day I don't because I'm trying to figure out who I am. And then you have children. And then if you have kids when you're young, you really don't figure out who you are, what you want. And then you have a relationship, especially as a woman, a nurturer. You get with a man, you don't even care about yourself no more. It's all about him. Then you have a child. Now it's about the child and the man. He ain't here no more, so now I got to worry about the child. And here I am 30 now with a 10-year-old, and I'm just not trying to figure out who I am. But I'm over here trying to be in relationships with people, you know, and it goes for the man too. As a man, you think, oh, you know, I know what I want. I'm going to be with this, but I'm going to mess with this, and that. And then it's like the trauma. The trauma comes because as children, your childhood, a lot of people carrying stuff from when we were kids and what we know and what we were raised. And if you haven't gotten through that, and you can't get through it by being with people, because you're going to take out everything you got on this person and this person and this person. But the more time you have by yourself, you can start to understand. I've passed up on relationships because I'm like, I'm going to mess your life up because I'm not ready. I knew I wasn't, but how many people are out there being honest because you're yearning for this love or this care that you didn't get when you was growing up? I want this daddy, or I want this mother that I never had, this love. You never had it. So how you know anyway? You're trying to find it and you're trying to create it with somebody that you don't even know. So it's like, that's the part where people never had time enough alone to figure out who they are and what they really want. And then now 10 and 20 years later, you got kids that done develop what you went through because you was too busy trying to figure yourself out. So it's just this never-ending story of trauma. I was abandoned as a child. I have spent enough time to myself to be accountable and face that and know like it's not my fault. So now that I'm an adult, I can only try to not do that. But I had enough time by myself to be like, okay, I don't want to be like this. I don't want to be like that. I have so many different examples of different things and the way that people were. My mama was, it's so much stuff. Everybody got their own stuff.
How much time do you need by yourself before you're ready to be in a relationship?
That's on
and start a
you.
family?
That's on you, but how much time do people give themselves if you starting at 18
How much do
and
you
21?
Need? How
But
much do you need?
You
though?
also can.
You
but
need some.
I'll say this,
What
right?
is some?
Per relationship,
Exactly.
right? Per relationship,
Because everybody don't need it.
you're gonna learn something.
Absolutely.
So if you don't give yourself enough connections with different people, you're not gonna learn what you really need.
So
And see,
here's the
that's-
second part to that, though. Just piggybacking off of what she said. Black people, it appears we need more time, right? Just to discover who we are and how to learn to be in relationships. But someone made a statement, a lot of people made a statement saying that in other cultures, like the white culture, the Anglo-Saxons, Protestants, whatever you want to call it,
Caucasians.
they raise their women to be wives. They raise their
Hispanics,
men to
same.
be providers and husbands.
Absolutely.
We don't do that in our culture. So it's easier for them at the age of 18, 21,
Exactly.
25 to say, hey, I'm ready to get married. And I already know what to do for my husband because they're being prepared for that.
Instead of saying get out.
But in our culture,
Get out
exactly.
and figure it out on
At
your
the
own.
age of 18, we saying you got to go get it on your own. Or we saying, well, you grown, figure it out. Or we're not teaching them how to have healthy relationships. This is what we're teaching. Girl, you don't need no nigga. Let this be a lesson to you. Don't put your faith in no man. You only got yourself, and that's it.
That nigga ain't shit. Your
Or
daddy
even
ain't
for-
shit.
That part.
Blah 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 blah
And
blah.
see,
He'll never
that's
be
so
shit.
true.
He
And
don't
see, I
love
was
you.
fortunate that I wasn't raised that way, and that has a lot to do with it because the women, your mother, if you had a mother, that's your influence. That's who you don't right or wrong, whatever coming out that lady mouth, you like, all right. And so a lot of people have to grow up and unlearn ways and things that they were taught. Just like sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. That's a lie. But we grew up because we had to be tough. And you had to make sure the person next to you, oh, you this, and you like, no. So you had to use it to a certain, but now that we're older, that does matter. It didn't matter when you was kids because you had to be tough. But, you know, just like the sayings, oh, well, if you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. I do believe that. You know what I'm saying? You can speak your mind, but it's how you say it. You can say the same thing and it'd be just as real and harsh as it is if you say it harshly. You can say it the same way. So it's just how you carry yourself, how you do certain things. But you do have to learn from, you know.
I think that the narrative needs to be changed in the 80-20 rule. And it should go 80% communication, 20% implementation.
You got to put comprehension in there. Because you can communicate all day, but if you're not comprehending what I'm saying.
But that's a part of the communication process, is
Okay.
to talk, be able to talk, but also be able to have an attentive ear to listen and digest what you're being told.
See, the hardest part about communication is if I tell you something, no matter how harsh it may be, how are you going to react? Reaction is another part of the communication that we miss, because a lot of people are like, oh, well, this is how I feel. Instantly, they're going to react based on how they feel.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But you got to have patience. You got to have patience when you're communicating, because
Yes.
it's only a few people that's fortunate enough to be able to articulate to where you can feel me no matter which direction I'm coming from. Most people don't have that. Most people don't have the patience, because if you listen, the communicate, the most part is listening. Because when you're listening to whoever you're listening to, then you should know how to articulate what you need to get what you want out of that person.
Always.
But everybody don't have that gift.
No.
So that's the hard part.
Everybody got it. They just don't use it.
Now, a lot of people, some people just don't have it. Some people just.
People are listening and paying attention to what they want to listen to and pay attention to.
But
everybody got it.
But a lot of people don't comprehend the same way, because words mean, some things mean differently to different people. But that's why you have to articulate it patiently.
No, you got to
you
say
gotta be patient.
specific words.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
it goes back to investing in yourself, right? So Travis Bradbury, he wrote a book called Emotional Intelligence.
Yeah.
And he just released the Emotional Intelligence 2.0. And if you can't afford, they have this course actually everywhere. And you can also just buy the book and read the book for yourself. But I think it's a great read to understand how to digest and deal with your own emotions to make you a more effective communicator. Like, you have to do it. Like, it's an investment for yourself. It's $14 on Amazon.
That's dope.
You can't really just, your mental state is everything.
And unless you did
100%.
psychology, a lot of times, like, psychology, everything is mental. Like, logic comes before. See, logic comes before emotions. We always screw ourselves making decisions based off emotions. Especially women. Like, women have to truly work hard and taking your emotions out of making a lot of decisions in life, because a lot of things are logical. It's not built off emotion. That's why a lot of the other cultures are built, they're not built with emotion. That's why, like, a lot of the other cultures, white cultures, and these other ones, they're not there. That's why you don't see no emotion. Asian, it's logic, business logic. But we're the black, that's the emotional brought us together. We had to come together with our family to survive against the others. But and then you was at that point where you was talking about your lack of experience. You said people do have to experience, and when you spend time by yourself, you have more experience with different people. Better than in one relationship. That's what I was going back to what he was saying.
I get that.
Because you're dating and you're getting to deal with multiple people than if you're with one person. I was just going back to what he was saying.
See, when you said by yourself, I'm saying
being single status.
I'm not being celibate.
No, I'm
I
not saying
said
that.
single.
I'm saying when you said by yourself, I'm thinking excluding yourself from the world.
No.
So,
no,
like you said,
okay,
word, you gotta articulate.
which is good.
But that's the thing. Part of being with people is getting to that emotional openness.
Absolutely.
And you don't get there dating what 20, 30 people.
Not
and
at one
shit.
time. That's not what I'm saying. No,
You don't
you
get
go,
there. You don't get there at all till you get to that point in a relationship.
you can develop emotions for someone. It's levels to it. You can develop emotions.
Ain't no
for
level.
someone.
I gotta disagree with that.
Listen,
Yeah, because I don't.
And the reason being is because again, it goes back to ice cream. I don't know what flavor ice cream I like
So
unless
it's
I
ice cream.
try different flavors.
But that's what I'm
It's the
saying.
same thing with dating.
But I'm not. But
Once you
but-
get into
hold
that
on.
flavor-
But what I'm saying is, you got to get to the bottom of the fucking bin to get to the good shit. You walking around
Do
taking
you?
a spoonful out of every fucking
Absolutely, so I can know which
Yeah,
one I
cookies and
want.
cream. Ooh,
okay.
vanilla.
Have you ever had
Ooh.
Rocky Road?
I'm
The
sure.
almonds aren't until you get halfway in.
Yes,
It could be an almond on the top though,
One,
right?
maybe,
maybe.
maybe.
Okay,
No,
so
the almonds in the
so
fucking
what
middle.
you're saying
The almonds
is
are right
that
in the
so
middle.
you feel like
You
that
gotta
you
go in.
can't get emotionally tied to someone
I'm
if
saying-
you're dating multiple
I'm saying
people.
if you steady swapping them out,
You're missing your lesson.
You're not getting to the good shit that's in the
Who
middle.
said you're swapping them out? Like I
you
mean,
said you was swapping
when
them
I
out.
say I'm spending time by myself, I will get into maybe date somebody for about 9 months. You know what I'm saying, or whatever, or a few months, or if I am by myself, I'm talking to a few different guys, a few, not saying 30. You know what I'm saying, a few, and then you go, but then you go on.
Both of y'all know after one date, you know whether or not you're gonna go out with a motherfucker again.
But no,
Or
no.
two, at least two.
And that's not
at
what
least
I'm saying.
two.
No, after one, we know.
No,
I'm
sometimes
saying
you
when
can give it
get
a
to
back.
that-
You can.
When you get to that point mentally where you roll out the bed and you wonder, how is her day going? Let me text her. Let me send her some Uber Eats or some shit. That emotional shit that triggers
That's
that you
different.
want to make sure to look out for them. That
That's
shit don't
different.
come in that first month,
No,
first
not at
9
all.
months.
Not at
No.
all.
So you
That's
gotta
what I'm
thug it out.
saying.
You gotta stick
All
with
that
it
growth
sometimes.
that comes from that stage in the relationship, you ain't getting that shit in that first
Look.
few fucking months. No.
I'm gonna tell you something right here,
I've
right?
built relationships with people though over the years.
He's
We
pointing
first-
towards the moderator.
When we first started talking, man, I was like, man, I don't know, like this one. She
Right.
put me through some shit.
It be like that.
He's
Right.
sitting right there, bro.
I know, she know. You know what I mean? We've had this conversation, but as we kept going, it's like, you know what? I can see the growth in her.
Right.
Therefore, I can see the growth in us.
And it don't always take years.
No, it don't.
What
But
about the growth in you?
I seen that too. You know what I mean? You know, I see the same thing
That nigga
because
still a science.
she's through all the shit that she put me through. She's taught me how to elevate as well. You know what I mean? So it's like, if you don't take that time with those people, you'll miss that.
Yeah,
You're gonna miss
and
a
I
lot of
told
that.
you,
You just-
I've passed up on a couple, but that's because I wasn't ready for it, and I knew that. But I have also developed other type of relationships with over the years. I have
So, but imagine what you missed
relationships.
by passing that up.
What do you mean? I would how
you
do I
could-
know? But we don't. That's the unknown because I could have went and it still would have messed up because
Yeah.
I
Can't play
wasn't
the
You
ready.
could have went and it would have been great.
You know what I'm saying? I
Ain't
don't
no
know.
such thing as what ifs.
Yeah, you don't know.
They don't exist.
You don't know because
fuck you
I
mean they
also
don't
know
exist? They do
years
exist.
later
It's called
I also
possibilities.
know some of those
Yeah.
I
relationships.
need that one.
But years later I also know some of those relationships of how they are doing, who they're with, and I'm like, that could have been me. So it's you just
You missed
never
out on
know.
love of your
Yeah.
life.
No, no.
You could have had
I
somebody
have
that
the
come in
loves
and
of my
treat you
life
better
in
than
my
you've
life.
ever
You
been
missed
treated
out
your
on
whole
love.
I
life.
got the loves of
But
my
the fact
life.
that
Or you could have
never
had somebody
treated-
that came in and dogged you out.
Thank
could've.
you. You don't
could've.
know.
But
That's
guess
why
what?
you can't play what ifs.
You don't know.
And you
have
can't, and
to.
you don't sit
Sometimes
sit here and
there's a
dive
risk,
into
man.
everything.
There's a risk to
Exactly, but you
everything.
don't sit here and
The
dive
risk-
into everything
the
that
risk
you
of
get
not
involved
doing it,
in.
you lose.
You
No.
can never move forward looking back at the
Look,
past,
you-
Junkie
look,
Mosabi.
Remember this. Remember this. If you learn anything from me, remember this. You lose something every time. Whether you go left or right, you're losing something.
Scared me.
Whether you lose yourself or you lose what could have been. You're losing something, but you're also gaining something at the same time. No matter what direction you go, you're going to lose and you're going to win.
So what was the point again?
So
I mean, well, no, but
Wow.
he
the
no,
whole
he
point
lost
was
me. No,
the
what I
whole
was
point,
saying.
The whole point was
No,
why not do it?
But that
You lost and you won.
but you do it. You just only go so far. See, that's the thing. You're
But
saying
you, if you say, no, I'm not going to do it because I might lose.
yes.
Yeah, you
if I
gonna
sit
lose
here,
and you
if
gonna
I
lose
rather
again. It
sacrifice
doesn't matter.
being in a committed relationship with a guy, and I'm like, nah, we should just be friends.
Okay.
I'm gonna sacrifice this. Could have been the love of my life for it to actually be a person I love for the rest of my life.
If I'm doing just fine and I'm at peace, why will I risk the opportunity of this motherfucker ruining my peace?
Clearly
If they
you ain't
already
at-
okay,
clearly you ain't at peace
if
because you
they're
still
already
thinking about the shit.
if they're already bringing you a lack of peace, then yeah, get the fuck away.
I
from
mean, it's
them.
not about
But
bringing
if they're
the lack
not
of peace.
bringing
It's
you a
just
lack
you,
of peace,
if
keep
you're
it
not,
going.
but just because you like, that's what I'm saying. You were saying, we were just saying though that
And
you,
peace
you can,
comes
if
through
you,
the-
you,
comes
I
through
done
the
passed.
storm,
You were
by
saying
the
I
way.
done passed. I could have passed up on the love of my life. We all. I mean, we all could have done that.
Mm-hmm.
All I know is that even though those couple of relationships that I do feel like I passed up, they're still in my life, just not like that. We're friends. And I rather value a friendship more than anything than to be out here trying to date and fall in love with these
Let me ask
guys.
you a very important
Because
question.
most people ain't supposed to be
What's
together.
the difference between a relationship, what y'all call a relationship, and a friendship?
The friendship is a relationship.
Condom.
All relationships
Sex.
are.
Sex.
No.
That's the difference. That's the only difference. So whether he's your friend,
No, I look
or
at
you're
a
fucking him,
relation. I
it
look
doesn't.
at.
It's
No.
the same thing. Because if y'all ain't friends, that's why y'all's relationship didn't work.
No.
Also, emotions, because there's certain emotions that you would give to somebody you're in a relationship with that you would never give
No,
to
no,
a
that's
friend.
called
Right.
security. Right?
No.
If you
don't
always have emotions.
No.
Emotions are there. They're gonna
you,
always
you
be
wouldn't
there.
give security to a friend.
No. I'm talking about security within yourself. If you don't
You
feel
have that anyway.
if you don't feel safe around a person, you're not gonna give them a certain amount of leeway to do anything or say anything to you.
That's
And-
anybody.
and-
That's even with a.
Exactly.
I do that
What
when
I'm
I go to
saying-
work.
What I'm saying is when you're in a relationship, what you call a relationship,
Oh, so you talking about a relationship?
you allow yourself to take different things from that
A
person
person
because this is my
Yeah.
partner. This is the person I want to be with.
So you were
You
saying
will,
the
you will
friendship.
allow those things. But a friendship, you're like, look, we're friends. This is my boundaries with you.
Well, that's don't even have to. So you were
But the
saying
difference between friendship and relationship is your boundaries. That's it. That's literally it. That's it. Boundaries. What are your boundaries with this person, and what are your boundaries with that person? That's it.
And so
I disagree.
Okay.
you said what?
I disagree.
So yeah, well, I know I have I have friendships, but I mean we used whatever we had in the past is whatever we had in the past. But I was able to know the difference. Like you're not just because we having a good time and everything going good don't mean we supposed to be together in a relationship, but we can still be friends. See, a lot of people don't know how to just be friends.
You mean
Regardless of whatever you do with this person, friend is a friend, right?
You mean y'all don't need to spend all of your time together?
We're friends. Do you know the difference in a friend and a relationship, right? Like just
He just
even
said boundaries.
no
A relationship, a
But
friendship is a relationship.
But regardless, if you see a lot of people when sex get involved, people misconstrue the difference in the relationship, and it's still the same thing. A friend is a friend. Whether I have sex with my friend or not, are you still my friend? Even if we never have sex again. You know how many people can't do that?
yeah,
So
I
you're
get that.
fucking in the first place then.
But see, it don't matter. It don't matter.
Yeah,
That's the part where people don't understand. Because if you was my friend before I had sex with you, you should still be my friend afterwards, unless the motive was different.
And
Unless
that's-
you
I
really,
don't get down like that.
unless the motive was different.
I don't get down like that.
And
See-
that's
see?
where
Hold
real
on.
love comes in.
Thank you. And so I might
That's
end up
what-
with one of my friends
And that's what real
after
love
all these
is.
years because I stay friends.
That's what a
with them.
real relationship is.
Right, but people, that's not where the world see it anymore.
That is what
It's
a real
like,
relationship
how can you
is.
have sex
You
with
all-
your friend?
y'all are
Because it's
friends.
my friend. The reason you ain't got nobody is because you wasn't free. You just out here having sex, and y'all not friends. You don't even like the person, but y'all out here having sex.
Well, they say that outside dick make. Oh,
Make a wood.
he's so thick. Like,
Hey.
oh.
But no, that's the true part that I've been fortunate to develop relationships like that. And I don't know how I'm 34 now and it's just how I've been able to do it, not trying to do it. I just was able, because I'm a logical woman, shall I say. And it has to, and what don't make sense to me. I knew. Do you object, sir? No. But am I not making sense,
Gun
though?
shot.
See, he agreed because you said the same thing. It's the boundaries. And it's your boundaries and that you set. And if I've been fortunate enough to have some guys who still wanted to be my friend after we stopped having that type of relationship, because most of the time it's like,
But
oh,
your
okay.
husband should also be your friend.
Cause that's some disrespectful
Right, and
shit.
my husband wasn't
You
my
can't
friend.
give
That's why
me
we
the
got a
pussy,
divorce.
Then take it away.
You see, but I know the difference though, right? I know the difference.
But you understand what? But you see what I'm saying? You can't give a man some pussy. Okay, you got some pussy, and then take it away.
Absolutely, it never was yours from the beginning.
That's wrong. That's rude.
You're
Have you ever borrowed sugar?
You're borrowing it. I know. Do you ever get the sugar back? No, you don't never get the sugar back.
Yeah, bro. Go for sugar. Can I
But
just
that's,
borrow
but that,
a
but
piece of
see,
that
and
cot?
you see, and that's the thing that women. That's more on something that women have to be worried about more so. Like, oh my gosh, do I have to do this? Do I not have to do this? If I don't, he's not gonna want all that stuff. That's what women be going crazy about, trying to decide what.
But see, it ain't about should I or shouldn't I. It's you gave him some, and then
He's
you
gonna
take it
want-
away, but
he's
you
gonna
still
want more.
But you still
Absolutely, but
hold
a
on.
real, just because you want more don't mean just.
What I'm
because you want more
saying
don't
is
mean
it's
you gonna
wrong
get
to
it.
give a man some pussy, then take it away and still want the benefits of hanging out with this nigga. You still want to be friends and shit, but you don't want to fuck no
And
more.
you know those friends. Right now, I don't. Who say I might not want
How
to
is
in
that?
2 weeks?
How is that?
You know what I'm
See?
saying?
Okay, but then you're still giving him
Then it's
pussy.
pussy.
No, no,
then
no, but
then
the
it's selling
thing-
sex on your
no,
terms.
You're
but the
still
thing-
giving it to him. Just
I
because you
want some
wait
pussy
2
today.
weeks ain't-
I was
that ain't
just,
shit.
I was being funny.
Oh, I was about to say, 'cause
I'm
like-
because if no, that the motive, but that's where we're going. That's y'all motive. If your motive is only to have sex with her, then that's your motive. But
It's not- no.
if this was your friend and you feel like she's a nice
It's not
woman,
that, it's not that it's the
and
motive.
that is the motive.
No, it's not that it's the motive. It's the fact that we built this relationship.
No.
Yes.
You
it's
didn't build a
A friendship is a relationship.
No.
That's a
We
That's
built
what I'm
this
saying.
relationship.
But if you built a relationship off of the sex, that's the only way you would get mad if
No,
she
no, no.
stopped giving.
We both-
What if
we
she never
both
give it to
agreed-
you? No,
we
what if
both
she never
agree-
give it
Shane,
to
let me
you?
talk.
Then
We
y'all
both
just
agreed
don't be
to add
friends.
sex into this
But
relationship.
once you added it,
That
once you
doesn't mean.
add the
We
okay,
both
first
agreed.
of all, can I say something?
But
Hold on,
once
can I
you
say
add the
something?
sex,
I need to say something.
why
on
would you
this.
take it back once you already said this is what we're gonna do?
How do you ever feel like once you get a woman one time, you gonna always get it? Where does that?
All right,
when
you know
did
what?
that? When did that?
Why do you
become
feel like
okay?
Why do you feel like you can add it
No.
and take it away and it'll still be the
Because
same?
it's mine.
Do you know who gets crazier? Do you know? Do you know who?
It's basically saying the sex is just controlling the whole relationship.
No.
So what I'm
No,
saying
it's
is,
basically
if
once
you
I
ain't
once
prepared
I
to
get
go all
you,
the way in on
I'm
that
always
shit,
be
don't
able to
agree
get you.
it.
That's not how it works. Once I have sex with you, I'm always be able to have sex with you. That's not how it works. It never worked like that.
That's not what we saying. We saying you add it, take it
He's
away,
saying
and
it
want our
backwards.
relationship to
You're
still be
saying
the
it
same.
backwards. You're saying yes. If I want to have sex with you and I don't want to anymore, it's the same as me giving it to you and taking
All right.
it away.
Let's
Yeah.
try this,
That's
right?
the same thing.
No. But you finish my statement.
No, that's the same thing.
Good. Finish my statement.
What's the rest
you
of it?
add it, you take it away, but you want the relationship to be the same as it was
No,
before.
I don't
no,
want
you
the
can't do that.
Yes, you can.
No.
I've done it. I have it.
Huh?
I have it.
It
Why
was
do
a
y'all?
friendship.
Exactly. So
It
if you
was
were
us
just
hanging
friends,
out.
if friends have
So
nothing
as
to
soon
do
as
with
you add
sex.
pussy to it and then take it away.
No.
We can't go back to
Yes,
the
you
regular
can.
shit we had before.
There's
No.
men out
No,
here.
No,
because
you
you
can't.
allowed. You opened a new door.
It doesn't matter.
You allowed.
It doesn't matter.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so you telling me? So y'all telling me sex isn't like a spiritual thing?
Otherwise,
when you give your body to a man, it isn't something deeper.
otherwise you out here
Or-
just slanging
or-
pussy
or-
anywhere.
Exactly. But at the same
So
time,
you just slanging pussy anywhere and don't give a fuck about where it go. Is that what you saying? Is that what you saying?
Y'all
just
on
slang.
a whole nother level.
No,
Y'all on a
no,
whole
this what you
nother
saying.
level.
This what you saying.
y'all on a
You
whole
just
nother
slanging
level.
pussy
They don't want a
anywhere and
whole
don't
nother
give a
So
fuck
what about
where it
this?
go.
What about this? Because I get what she's saying. Like, we friends. We always been friends. We ain't never talked about no relationship shit. We just friends, and one day we just so happen to fuck.
Cool.
Why do you come back the next time and be like, so we together, right? That's simp shit.
No, I ain't say all
But
that.
that's what she's saying.
No,
I ain't say all
we're
that.
saying,
No.
we're saying, we're saying this.
No.
We're not together. We're still friends.
He said
But
once
let's
the
fuck
sex.
one more time.
But we friends
But,
that
but,
fuck
if,
now.
but if she don't want to fuck no more, then what's the problem?
Okay, let's have
Exactly.
First of
That's
all,
then
what
that's
I'm
her
saying.
bad.
That's
she
what I'm
fucked up
saying.
the relationship.
So what's the problem?
No.
How?
No,
You
if
fucked
you
up
if
the
you if you're
relationship.
if
Because
no,
y'all were friends before.
Exactly.
Okay, we fuck.
unless you was just
okay.
there to get the.
Now, if we say,
If you
hey,
was
this
just-
wasn't good, we should
It,
never
it
do
don't
this
ha-
again.
no, it don't
All
ever.
right, it's
It don't have
established.
to
We can
be
go
like
back.
that. No,
But if you
if y'all never planned to do it in the first place, why do you have
Yes.
to
Talking
plan
to
to
the mic,
not do
girl.
it?
Yes.
Why you have to not plan not to do it? If you never plan to have sex, why would you say, okay, well, we did it once. I gotta give you
never
directions.
planned
Oh,
to have a baby.
I gotta
No.
I gotta give you
Look,
directions on
I
it
gotta
though.
just get a baby and
We
wait now.
open this door.
Yeah, together.
Let's at least discuss
Together.
We didn't.
Let's-
You didn't discuss
whoa,
it
whoa, whoa,
before.
whoa. Let's at least
Did
discuss.
you discuss it before?
No, you didn't have
Exactly.
to. It went there.
Exactly.
But now that it's open, let's
But
discuss
that's
it.
the discussion. Hey, you say you want to fuck. She say, nah, I don't want to. What
Okay,
else
so
is
that's
that?
the discussion, right? But if you agreed that I agreed and we did it together, we both agreed.
We
'Cause
never
as soon as you
agreed
open your
though.
legs,
We never.
You agreed.
Fuck
to
you,
me.
man.
Exactly.
didn't
So
agree.
okay. So
One time.
So it's
Laid
rape.
on your back.
One time, but
So
it
then
was,
it's
but
rape.
no,
You laid on
no,
your back?
listen,
Because you
listen.
That's
agreed.
consent.
But
Once
so
you open your
okay.
legs and
But
I got
did
in,
I
we
verbally?
agreed.
Did we verbally agree? Did we verbally
So
plan?
is
Does
to
it
do it?
matter?
Is it rape?
So,
Do you sign
Is it
contracts
rape?
every
no,
time
no,
you have
you're
sex?
missing the point. Hold on.
Right.
Exactly. Hold
No.
on. Yes, that's what you're saying.
No, what we're saying is this. Listen.
Hold on. You said, so let's just hypothetically. Okay, so we doing our thing. We've
Right.
been friends for about however long we've been friends. And then we don't never talk about it. We don't never, and some night we just got drunk and we had a
Smash
night.
diggity.
Then we never said anything about it, right?
You ain't gotta verbally say you agreed. Y'all both just agreed.
No,
You
no,
had
no,
to
no.
Y'all
sign
fucked,
contracts.
y'all agreed.
Okay, so if we didn't verbally say it before, so we do our thing, and now all of a sudden we hanging again, and I don't want, like, I'm like, and I don't want to do it no more, and neither does he, and we never talk about it.
That's different. Y'all are agreeing on that.
You
Okay,
agree.
but did we verbally agree before? So just how am I supposed to know he want to
But
do
if
it
he
again
comes
and
on
I
to
don't?
you, like, hey, I wanna do
and
it
I be like,
again.
and I'm like, I'm good.
You say no.
Then that's
we
the
good.
conversation.
No, but that's it. I'm good.
Okay.
What's the conversation?
but
what
that-
more need to be said?
but-
Well, you gave it to me the first time,
No,
so
no,
I
no.
need it again. So why
That
is it a
is the
problem?
conversation.
But why do I have to explain myself? I don't.
Because
I'm good.
you don't know
Because
where
you're
he's
an
coming
adult,
from,
you
what
can
he
talk for
wants.
yourself.
We didn't explain to get into it. Why do we got to explain to get out?
Well, you better explain to get
It's
out
all
of it.
about communication. Y'all agreed the first time.
We
Yeah.
didn't agree.
Yes,
it
you
just
did
happened.
because y'all
You
fucked.
agree,
It
you
just
consent, y'all
happened.
fuck.
It was just
happened.
sex.
It
If
just
you ever
happened.
had a one night stand,
Lord.
I've never had a one night stand
Well, then
Oh,
that's the
Lord.
because
problem.
I don't agree to that shit.
Okay, that's why you feel the way that you feel, because honestly, sex is just sex, spiritually or not, or however you want to do it. If a woman cannot separate her sex and emotions, that's them crazy women you see out here going crazy. Because you have to understand at some point in your life, if it's hopefully at the beginning, that a man is going to have sex with you and not ever want to be with you.
Beat you back in.
Not ever want to be with
gonna
you.
fuck you like he love you.
It happens more than
And then
you
the
would
next
ever
day be
know.
like, why you texting me?
And get dressed fast.
It don't matter, because once we're the ones getting fucked.
What that nigga say?
We're like, okay,
it's painful, baby.
you would think the woman like,
Oh,
I
no,
want
not the sex.
him, I want him.
Immediately walking out that
And
room
then
while you
no
laying
matter
on that
what,
floor.
How pretty you are, how smart you are, how much you do, whatever you do, how free, it don't matter, and he's gone.
But he gonna tell you that up front.
No, he won't.
Want to bet? Want to bet? Want to bet?
Yeah,
Yeah, he will. He ain't gonna listen. Like I said, he ain't gonna verbally do it,
And
but he gonna
it's-
let you know up front. He gonna
Never.
let you know all
Never.
the signs.
No.
Never.
He gonna always let
No.
you know.
Never.
I don't know no nigga.
Never.
Look. It's the only
Never.
niggas who do shit like that is niggas who talk themselves out of pussy.
Yep. They do it all the time.
Any nigga that know he
All
gonna
the
get
time.
pussy, he gonna make sure the situation is okay.
Ain't gonna say
From start to
nothing.
finish.
He's not
If
gonna
she
say
fall and
anything.
twist her ankle, he gonna carry her to the bed. Rub and massage that ankle. He gonna make sure she good. Here, baby, let me wrap that ankle up. Oh, look at that swollenness. He gonna do everything he can to make sure that that situation goes down. If the operation is Operation D,
It's gonna go down.
it's gonna be a successful plan. Now, niggas who talk themselves out of pussy,
They do it every
gonna be
day.
like, yeah, I'm gonna beat that shit up, but shit, tomorrow, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm gonna be around and shit, so, you know, I don't know if I want you to call me. You know what I'm saying? You know, I talk to the old girl, right?
That's just some dumb.
Well, what
some
are you
dumb
saying?
shit.
What were
I'm
you
saying is
referring
we've
to?
there
seen
are
it.
signs. Every person has a red flag. You gonna see it every time you meet them.
No.
This is
Yes.
For what?
yes.
No, wait, no, but
Well,
what
no,
are you
no, no,
talking
no.
about?
Every person has a red flag, and you're gonna see it every time you meet them.
Before
Now you
having
might
sex?
overlook it.
Before
yeah.
having
Yeah.
sex?
You might overlook it.
Before having
Yeah.
sex.
Yes. You seeing
What
them,
if you
but
have sex the first night?
but you gon'
saw that damn
overlook
red
it,
flag,
You know what
though.
I mean?
No.
You gonna overlook that red flag.
Not before having sex. I can say before
Shit.
getting into a relation, getting involved.
But what
with
does
him,
the
not
red
before
flag
having
have to do with
having
He just
sex.
when
the,
you seen
the
the
separation
first red flag,
of the
when you-
friendship from sex?
Well, hold on. I'm going back to what we was just talking about. You know what I'm saying? The fucking. Anyway, he gonna let you know from the beginning. There's gonna be a red flag.
Of
He
what?
gonna
Yep.
you gonna
Letting
say
me know
something.
for
And he
what?
gonna.
But what is the red flag
around
for
it.
me
He
not
gonna
to
woo
do?
around
I'm
it.
trying to understand.
Whatever the fuck you feel like it is.
You were saying
To not- yeah,
You were
I-
So are
saying
you
how
talking
women,
about dealing with fuckboys?
Yes, yes. There's gonna be a red flag, and he's gonna always tell you without verbally saying
But
it.
it don't always happen before having sex.
Yes, it
Yeah,
do.
No, it
It-
don't.
every
No,
time.
no. What I'm
Yeah,
trying to,
dude.
what it goes back to what he was saying. A guy will
It's
tell
gonna be
you
in
what
his
you want to
conversation.
hear
It'll be-
to get in your.
Yeah.
That's the
difference
red.
between
Yeah, but it don't
verbally
always.
and the red
Them,
flag.
no,
Red
no,
flag.
no. The
Look at
ones,
it. Look around
those,
it.
no,
You're not gonna
those
pay
guys,
attention.
those guys are the ones they think they the boy, and they got it like that. All guys don't come at women, and I'm a woman that you can't come at me like that. I was a young girl. You can't come at me like you this. No, that's
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
that's
Those
the
are
niggas
not.
that are going to talk it. Those are the niggas
But
that are
I'm
going to
saying
say
the red
red
flag.
flags.
You don't
There are
always see
men
the
that
red
don't
flags
say it.
before you go have sex
like
with somebody.
I said, you don't see it.
A lot of
but
us
it's
don't.
there.
A lot of
He
a
will-
lot of
look,
guys don't. They will fake that funk baby till they get
The
that
point
cat,
is this.
Big
right?
fact.
Listen.
fact.
You
And then
said
they
it
get
for
that
me
cat and
already.
It flip like a switch.
You said it for me already.
I ain't gonna say no
You don't
names
see
today.
those red flags.
You
You
actually did
won't
say that.
see it. But guess what? It's already there.
But that don't
It's
mean that
already.
we saw. That don't mean
but
they showed
I know
you.
he did.
That's
He
what I'm
did. You
saying.
just-
It's no.
Whoop.
It's not.
He looked good. You didn't even.
Ain't nobody just flipped the script one day and changed to a
Yes,
totally
they
different
do.
person.
No, they
ain't
don't.
So
nobody
you're
flipped
trying
the
to tell
script.
me
They just
that
do
I
it.
have,
They
I
start
have not
minimal.
had, a
Yeah.
guy
Keep
have not had sex
escalating
with me and I
as
have
much
never
as they
felt
can
like-
get.
like, had
Hey,
dealt with
Ike
a
Turner
woman
didn't
before.
just
I
holler
got
off and
those
slap
ones.
Tina that first time. It was steps up to that shit.
He was like,
and she
hey,
chose
chill
to
out.
disregard.
Hey,
yeah, chill out.
push
Hey,
it.
push,
You know what I'm saying? Just
push.
kept going,
And then finally
escalating.
one day
Every
he
single
came
time
with
he
that right hook.
I'm talking about when it comes to if you're out here and a guy want to have sex with you, a guy will literally can do a lot of things dang near
Listen,
perfectly right.
Women could do the
to
same
have-
thing.
But that's what we're
You-
not talking about. That we're talking about the man.
You can see the red
man
flags
when
if
it
you
comes
looking.
to trying to get them draws. That's what we're talking about specifically.
Women do the same.
GTD.
draws.
Women do
Get
the
the
same.
drop.
Have to do things to get the draws. But call somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Because a lot of niggas is thirsty. But what I'm saying
They
is,
not thirsty. They just there. But I'm just saying.
Let's make getting
No,
them
but-
draws again back popular.
Got the
in 2020.
draws.
But what I'm
Gee,
trying
I
to
got
tell
the
you is it's a
draws,
lot of guys out here that will be a certain way until they do have sex with you. Red flag or
Big
not,
fact.
because a lot of times you don't see the red flag. If you're not
but that's
really
the point.
in,
You don't
but-
see them.
because
They're
you're
still
not-
there. It's
but
still
that don't make
there.
no
Nah,
sense if
I-
they're not
I've-
showing them to me.
I've known people
You
that'll
don't-
give
no, no,
a
no.
female
You will
100%
see-
of their attention, be affectionate, flowers, the whole nine. They fuck, and she don't hear nothing else from that nigga.
There was a red flag in
There
there.
was a red
Where?
flag.
You just let
He was
you
pouring
just
it on
overlooked
too
it.
thick.
Nah,
It
ain't
was
no-
a red
it-
flag.
is that a
I'ma tell you
such
something.
thing?
He was pouring it on too thick.
Look,
There's no rule book for pouring it on.
look. Ready? I give you this. I take this from you. I give you this. I take this from you. I'm giving you illusions.
I think you
I'm a
underestimate
pocket
how
picker the whole
cold
time.
some
I'm
of
giving
these
you the
men
illusion.
are.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't
The
think you.
the prestige,
Just because
motherfucker.
the red flag
I'm-
is there doesn't mean there's
I'm
always
disguising
red
my
flags,
red
but they
flags.
don't show
They're
them.
still there.
Moody
They
cuz.
don't show
They are
them.
there.
They show 'em.
They
They
do
are there
not
every
show
single
them.
time.
Moody cuz, when you
Not
got
all the
game,
time. Yes, game.
when you got game, like when you got real game,
That imaginary
Right.
shit.
'Cause
when
it's
you got
true.
no,
There are
when
men
you
out here
got
that are
real
charmers.
game,
Nobody got no game.
you ain't
Nobody
showing no
charming
motherfucking
nobody.
red flags. Where they at?
Ain't nobody-
Listen.
There are men who know how
You-
to talk a woman right out of her draw.
Yeah, you don't
Just
know.
like
look,
who was that, Teddy Pendergrass? Or
we're
no, who
miss,
used
y'all
to,
are missing the
throw
whole
that-
point. The
Turn
flag
up
is
the
still
lights.
there. The flag is still there, no
But
matter
see, you're not
no
matter how good his
underestimating-
talking is.
Where?
It's there.
It be there.
It's there.
And the
All you
fact-
gotta do is ask
and
the right
fact-
question.
And the
It's
fact
there.
that y'all denying the
Don't
shit
make-
is more
ask the right
evidence
questions,
that
don't
it's
say
there.
that it's there.
No.
That
there.
y'all never saw the shit. That's what's crazy. They got
There
you.
are certain people out here
They got
who
you.
just have the gift and ability to hide
To
who they
hide
really
red
are.
flags.
To hide who they are.
That's it.
But if they're hidden,
hiding
that
who
means
they
you
are.
don't see them.
It's still there.
The game
Magic
Moody cuz.
is
Moody
illusion.
cuz,
The
where's
game
my
too
wallet?
cold.
It don't matter where it's at. It's there.
It does. Where's my wallet?
I don't know, but
Exactly.
it's there. But it's there, ain't it?
But you can't see it though.
Is it?
It's there.
It's
Is
being
it?
hidden.
Do you have your wallet on you?
No.
You don't?
No.
Okay, cool.
See,
I have
exactly.
mine.
Prove me otherwise.
So
Wait.
it's like, oh, it's a red flag there, but I don't see it. But it might be there, but I don't know where it's at. I'm gonna wait till it come out. Let me see.
Listen.
That's the women who. So
You know what
scared
happens
to
when
be
you have that type of
involved.
mindset?
You ain't
You
gonna get
breed
nowhere.
insecure relationships.
No.
Because that means you're
you
already
go.
going into a situation
Thinking
looking
that
for
it's a
red
red
flags
flag.
Whoa,
instead
hold
of
on.
trying to
That's
see
not
shit.
always
that
a
No,
already
red
exists.
you
flag.
ain't gotta be looking for red
But
flags.
they're
You
not
just gotta know.
always red
You just
flags.
gotta
What you mean you ain't
know.
got to be looking for red
You ain't
flags?
gotta be looking for them.
Then what the
just,
fuck you doing?
You
Bet
just
they
know they're
already-
there.
If they already
you know what a
there,
red
If
they're
you
flag
not
is,
always there.
if you
Everybody
know
don't have red
what
flags.
a red flag
Yeah,
is.
everybody do.
Perceptions of red flags is different.
But everybody don't
Okay,
have
let me ask
red
you a question.
flags
What's a
either.
red flag?
Just because, that's what I'm
What's
saying.
a
Just
red
'cause we
flag?
don't
Let's
wanna be
define it
with me
now.
after we have sex, that
What's a
don't
red
mean it was
flag?
red flag.
What's a red flag?
Okay, I'm gonna throw an example out there. A mama's boy. A girl likes a mama's boy, so she don't see it as a red flag. I don't like a mama's boy, so I see it as a red flag.
Therefore, it's a personal thing, which red flags are personal things, right?
But it's still there.
But it's still there. It's still there.
This nigga Moody Cuz full of shit.
Nah, I'm not.
Now,
I'm
normally if you saying that
I'm riding
shit,
with him on this.
I'm saying
Even
that
if you
nigga full of
lied to
shit.
me and said you didn't have your wallet on you and you do have it on you, guess what? It's still there.
Is it?
That's not up to me. That's up
You
to
got
you.
some money, don't you?
But see, here's the
It's up
thing.
to
Here's
you.
the thing.
It's still there.
Have you ever heard the expression, it's not what you know, it's what you can prove?
Listen,
It's
if a
not
tree
what you
falls in the
know,
forest,
it's
does
what
it
you
make
can
a
prove.
sound?
Yes.
Remember, the
Okay,
man
then.
that is lying on the floor
Okay, then.
cannot
It's
fall out
still
of the
there.
bed.
Is it?
You just said the tree make a sound when it falls.
Were you there to hear the sound?
But did it make the
Then
sound?
you can't verify if it
But
made
did
a
it
sound.
make-
or not. It's not what you
That
know,
bitch
it's
made
what
that
you can
sound.
prove.
Court of
We
justice.
How do
never
you
made
know?
that sound.
Prove to me that it did.
It's there.
It's not what you know, it's what you can prove. Ladies and gentlemen, you cannot go into any situation looking for red flags.
No.
It don't work like
I ain't
that.
I
say
didn't say
look
go
for 'em.
looking for
I
him.
ain't say
It don't
look
work
for 'em.
like that.
I didn't say go
But
looking
if
Can't
you
for
know
always
'em-
assume they there either.
But if you know them, you'll see them.
No, and that's the part. Because
If
if
you-
you're not going in there looking for them, then that's how you sometimes miss them because you're going in with an open slate.
And they may not do anything that sets your antennas off at first. They may not.
Because
Yeah,
your
of course.
interest,
It happens
your
like
interest
that.
is probably not there either for that to happen.
Monica, I just want you to remember something. We are living in the times where this younger generation wants everything right now. They don't want to wait on anything. And that does include relationships and sex. So a lot of the times when you say, look for the red flags,
I
they
never
don't
said
give themselves enough time before they've already moved on and progressed in steps before the red flags starts to show themselves.
I never said look
That's
for them.
just the time we living in. That's just what it is.
I never said look for them though. I just said they was there, and you overlooked them.
But you're saying if they're always there, so
In
what-
order
so
to
you're trying
overlook,
fix-
that means you have to be searching for something. You can't overlook if you're not looking enough.
and you can't.
A blind
assume
man can't
everybody
see if
has
he
a
can't
red-
see.
But everybody don't have red flags
Blind-
either. Everybody don't have red flags.
Everybody got red flags.
Everybody got something you don't like about them.
But
Everybody got something that you
but
just
the- but,
you
but,
don't
but
fuck
it's
with.
only a red flag if they haven't revealed it. If they're not open about who
How
they
can you
are, then
overlook
it's a
something you
red
ain't looking
flag.
for?
Yeah, and if they're not open, that's only when they're
How you
not
overlook
real.
So you
about
just
who they
fucking with
are.
That you ain't
everybody.
searching.
And
If I'm not
everybody
searching
any
for it,
kind
I
of
can
way.
No,
overlook.
if
you
you-
cool with niggas that
If
that
you
broke.
are who you
cool
are,
with niggas
no,
who are
it's
abusive.
only a red
you cool
flag
with niggas
if they're
you know what I mean?
hiding it, right? If they're
But niggas,
hiding
they don't
it, it's a
hide
red
it.
flag.
They don't.
AIDS a red flag?
Yes.
Eggs,
AIDS.
Yes.
Yeah, AIDS is a red flag.
HIV,
Fuck
yeah.
yeah.
Why wouldn't that be a red flag?
Everybody
That's
got
a
red
good point. He said that's a red flag. They could be hiding that.
But some people, but
And
not
guess
to
what?
everybody.
It's
but now,
there.
but nowadays,
definitely
And it will be at yours
and
too.
and
definitely
nowadays,
there.
It's
but, that,
there,
but
bro.
nowadays with HIV,
Did you ask? Did you ask? Hey, are you
it's
good? We
it's
clean?
not
How-
as a
you know what
red
I mean?
flag
'Cause we
to
about to fuck.
everybody.
Get your ass.
It's
You just
not
ran
a
too
red
far with
flag.
that.
It's a
No,
damn
I'm
You took
saying-
that
sentence.
baton and you ran right out
But
the
I'm
damn
saying
stadium.
it's
Like it's
Everybody.
a difference. Red flags means that
Something-
you see something in a relationship that's wrong, in which at that point you can redirect your course.
If your
with,
goal-
with AIDS, if you get it, ain't no redirecting the course.
Yeah, of course.
That's it. You
Of course.
got it.
I get
That's
that.
not a red flag.
All right, so let me. Well, hold on.
If somebody
Let me
didn't
clarify.
tell you-
Ready?
Is it something you,
Hold on, hold
do you
on, hold on.
want AIDS, my nigga?
Let me clarify, right? Because we're talking about fuck niggas. When you're dealing with a fuck nigga, that's because you wanted to be something with him. Am I correct?
Wait, say that again.
You deal. He's a fuck nigga if he fucks and leaves with you having the expectation of being something more with him.
Every fuck nigga comes out trying to be like Clark Kent.
Am I correct or am I wrong? Do you want something
No.
from this man?
That left me after we had sex.
Yes.
No. I mean,
So
why would
then
I-
why are you tripping about him being a fuck nigga?
What
He
I
did
should-
exactly what
I-
you wanted him to do.
No, that's
Who
not.
said
no.
anything about
No, we were
tripping
talking
about
about fuck
him being a
niggas. We were talking about fuck niggas.
But who? But
So
who-
what makes him
no,
a
no.
fuck nigga?
We don't went a whole nother route now. Hold on, let me see. Okay, so
She done got lost.
because
Cuz over here sounding like Caress.
I'm asking y'all a question. I'm breaking it down to the source.
Okay, so what? So you're saying just because if a dude have sex with me and I never see him again, that makes him a fuck boy,
No,
right?
I'm asking you, what is a fuck nigga?
Oh,
Is that
it's-
somebody that you wanted to invest your time in,
What
but
is-
he got
hold
what
on,
he
hold on,
wanted
you're
and
asking,
left?
You said what is it? Ooh, that's a whole. It can be a many different things.
Okay,
So
well, tell
a
me what a
fuck
fuck nigga is.
boy, I would shall say. Not necessarily. It's somebody. I feel like if it's somebody who didn't give me the option, at the begin, like I'm saying at the
Option
beginning,
of what?
Hey,
the
let me ask you-
option, just being open about who you. Not you don't have to be honest about everything or open about everything, but you have to be open.
Did you
enough.
ask him?
Ask him what?
Did you ask him
For
anything?
whatever option you wish
Yeah,
you
if
was
I- if-
presented ahead of time.
So when you're dating at the beginning, when you get into know, you're not gonna find out everything at once. It's gonna take time to actually get to know
But
really
the shit
this
that's important to
person.
you should
And
ask
so
about.
if we're going and getting to know each other, and if there's something that I never came across or whatever, and it's important, you know what I'm saying? It's something we all know what's important to have to share, like having AIDS.
No, we don't
You know what I'm
know.
saying?
That's
That's
why we
something
ask.
that you should reveal to someone before ever having
should,
sex with
yes.
them, for sure. But there's people who
It's
don't
actually
do it.
the law.
But
Now,
if some,
Exactly.
the thing
have
is
to
this.
reveal
But
the thing is
if,
this.
but if
it's important to you, you should ask.
If I've dated you and there's certain things that you didn't share at the beginning, and I find out later, and you had ample opportunity by now to open up about some of these important things. Everybody have their own lines that they feel that it's important that will consider. If a dude
All right.
don't do this, then yeah, you'll be a fuck boy. If you didn't give me the option, you know what I'm saying, you're hiding certain things from me that I feel like we all should is just open about, you know what I'm saying? And that's my own decision. Kids, people hide kids, men hide kids
Did
more
you ask?
so.
Did you ask?
Did you ask?
I'm always ask. I ain't got none. I gotta ask.
Okay, I get that. All right,
don't
so
have
do you
kids.
ever?
So or wife or being I done had somebody who was engaged. They swear they told me they was engaged when we first met. I said I had a situation. You said you had a situation. You never said you were engaged.
What's the
He
difference?
did. He
Until
did.
6
He-
months later.
Listen, he told you a situation.
I said I am in a
right?
situation.
That's that red flag.
No,
It's a
I-
broad
That's that red
statement.
flag right
I
there.
no, it's not. If I said I got a situation I'm
Well,
in.
if you already
you
got a situation, why the fuck you worry
but
about
I
his
said-
situation then?
Y'all
That's
not,
that
they
red
missing
flag.
The whole thing. It's not a red flag.
That is a
If
red
we both-
flag.
No, it's not.
If I tell you I got a
Chinese
situation,
flag,
but
But
I'm
if
trying to fuck
I
with
tell
you.
you I got a situation and he's like, I got a situation, so we're good. We're both in situations, right? I am getting a divorce. I still live with my husband though, and you never mentioned that you were
Did you
engaged.
ask what his situation was?
Did you?
Did you ever see? But
See?
no.
That red flag was
So
always
you didn't
there.
ask.
You just
You
keep
see,
missing it
you
every
see, that
single
don't make
time.
no
She didn't
sense.
ask.
That
You
don't
missed
make
it
no
every
sense.
single. You didn't
That
ask.
don't make
What's
no
your
sense.
situation?
I have a
What's your
situation.
situation? Well,
Listen, I got money. How much money do I got?
That's
Tony Pearl.
not. That's not.
I got
that's
75%
not-
in my
you're missing the
pocket
whole
right
Hold
now.
on,
point.
hold on. We just
They
talked
missing
about,
the
hey, you
whole
asked the
point,
motherfucker
ain't
when
they?
last time you get sex. She said last month.
He can,
She
but-
said you was
but you
positive.
gonna-
Tony Pearl.
Like I said, you gon' there's
Tony
red
Pearl.
No,
flags
but
and
the
then
thing
Moody
about it is,
Cooks.
no, he told me 6 months later when she
What's up?
contacted me and I
Let's-
found out
let-
that
no,
he was
'cause listen to
engaged.
this.
I told you. I swear. I told. No, you never did though, and it's okay. But you never told
The
me.
G
he had a
code.
situation.
Nah, fuck that. The G
See?
code. As a man,
All right.
this woman comes to you and say, "Hey, I got somebody, but don't worry about that." You say, "I got somebody, don't worry about that." Are you even if she asks you, "What? Well, who do you got? What's going on?" You know damn well the rule is too much information is too much information.
But why would we?
Your
go
life
that
is
deep?
separate, so you're not gonna give that information up.
It don't. We
No.
both.
It's against the G
We're
code.
both on the
No,
same
no,
level.
no,
No, we're
no,
both on the
no,
same
no,
level.
no.
If I said I
you
got
gonna let me
somebody,
respond? Look at her.
you go.
Now, if we both
That's that double standard.
saying we have a situation, I want to know everything about her
But see,
situation.
she's leaving her situation.
I don't
And
give
he
a
But
knew
she
about
didn't
her
say
I
that.
need to know the ins
She
and
didn't
outs.
say
I
she
did
She
said
said,
say
I'm
that.
getting a divorce.
I
need
said
to
I'm
know
said
the
that
ins
right
and
up
outs.
front. I'm in a
Yes.
situation.
So you
I
divulge
said
your
I'm in a
information, but didn't demand
situationship. I'm
information in
leaving.
return? What kind of shit is that?
If you say I'm
But
in a
you and
situation,
I both know a nigga not gonna divulge that information.
Oh, I would.
But that's
You gonna
your
have to
time.
pull it
But
out
even,
of
the,
him.
Oh, I
even though you didn't tell
Wait,
me
wait,
that first day,
I'm gonna pause you
even
right
though you
there.
didn't tell me the first day, 6 months. It took 6 months.
But
you
I'ma
knew
pause
6
you
months you
right
were
there.
engaged.
Like, yeah, the wedding around the
wait,
corner. So
wait, you ready?
And I
So,
find out
hold
because
on.
she called me talking about.
They ain't trying
You
to
know
pay
what I'm
I know,
saying?
they don't care.
Uh-huh.
But
No, because y'all, it's a double. It's been
listen,
a double
I'm about
standard.
to point out the red flag
It doesn't
immediately.
matter from the
I'm
beginning.
about to point out to you.
It
So
don't
you
matter.
said I'm in a situationship. I'm getting a divorce, and he said I'm in a situationship too.
No, that's not how it went.
How'd it go?
It started off as I got a situation going on, we got a situation going on, and then later on we probably talking about. I talk about my shit.
And you said
I talk about my
and you
stuff.
said I'm getting a divorce. What did
I
he say?
said I didn't say I don't know
What
what
did
I
he
said.
say?
I don't know. He
She
didn't tell me
didn't
he
ask.
was engaged.
She didn't
But-
ask.
It doesn't
Listen,
matter.
that's
That was
the
his
red
opportunity.
flag.
Exactly. He
But
didn't
you
ask
said-
me
but
either.
you said-
I openly told, and so then when we
So you
had
didn't
a
ask.
date,
When you know
it-
he ain't open, he hiding
he didn't
something.
ask. No,
That's
what
the red
how
flag.
is he hiding
She
it when
didn't
he
ask,
told me he
though.
was
She didn't
with
ask.
someone? How is he hiding if he was
Because
told
you
me he
told
was
him-
with someone?
You told him details
I said
exactly
I was
what
with
is
someone.
going on.
She
No,
didn't ask me. Got
I
disappointed about
don't-
the information she didn't get. What kind of shit is that?
That don't make no sense.
You didn't listen.
We neither one of us asked.
But
we
you
just
said
talked.
something. You
we
said
were
something.
openly talking, and so
So,
when I say, "Hold
you
on,"
didn't
you
ask.
asked me what I feel about a fuckboy. So if I'm openly talking to you about things that I'm doing, and time is going on, and we hanging out on several occasions over 6 month period.
Mm-hmm.
Not one other time did you ever brought up you were engaged? Not once.
Yeah.
Just that first time we met, you had a situation, I had a situation. That whole 6 months, you mean to tell me out of the whole, you didn't have not one time to let me know
Slipped my
you
mind.
were engaged.
As
That's-
you
that's
see,
the
this man has
part-
communication problems, which means he's a liar.
that's why the things happened the way that they did. And yes, we are still friends. Because of why?
That's cool.
Because I understand I never wanted to be anything with him, vice versa. You know what I'm saying? It was just a point of, like you said, lack of communication.
So why does it even matter
at the
then?
beginning? We
he
know,
asked her to describe a
Oh,
fuckboy.
yeah, I was
Right.
asking
Or
about,
what a fuckboy
about-
activity.
but
a
yeah,
fuck
and I
nigga,
could
you
have
know what I mean?
completely.
And
I
Moody
now
Cuz
have
just
had-
decided to reverse that back into his red flag.
Red
It
flags.
was literally a
But at
red
the end of the
flag.
day,
But those are things
Those are
that.
red
But
flags.
it depending
To
on
quote
how
Drake,
he would
He
handle
ain't
it.
saying it. If you saying it,
If
y'all
I'm
having
not
a,
saying
if a
it.
conversation, right, is an exchange of information,
less
it's not.
is
then
more.
what's the conversation?
If I'm not asking and you're
What's
not
the
asking, so how? Like you said,
Niggas was saying
it
that
wasn't.
long
No,
ago. Drake.
Less is
you
more.
can't sit here and expect for somebody to tell you something because you're telling them something.
You're right, but if they're not, if you're
How do
expecting
I
something,
know
you're
if he didn't? If I didn't know,
expecting
all I knew is he
something
was with
out of a
somebody.
person.
I knew he was with
If the
somebody. in a
information was that
relationship.
important, you would have asked.
What you mean? What is there to ask? He told me. He already told me.
What
he
is your
got some-
situation?
You already got somebody. What am I supposed to? So who is it? Are you married? Or like you told me you
Hell
got
yeah.
something
You
going
got-
on.
you got
so
somebody.
Who,
If
ain't
it's the
nobody gonna
information
sit
that you
here
feel
and
like-
just drill that.
Y'all
Yes,
If
that's
you
the
feel
thing.
like the information
yes.
is
Things- And
valuable,
over times when somebody
seek
say, "Oh,
said
things ain't going
information.
too good.
Because
Things
if
ain't
you-
going too good." That's not how. You mean to tell me
If
you
you
meet somebody?
expect
Oh, I'm
to
dealing
get
with
with
somebody, and
somebody,
I'm dealing with
and
somebody.
they say they already
You're
got
gonna be
somebody,
like,
you gotta figure out the details of what's happening with that somebody.
So Moody Cuz, I got a question for you.
What's up?
When you cheat, do you divulge that you got a girl?
God,
Hey, hold up! I don't cheat.
God, God, oh Lord, she wasn't even paying attention. Oh, shut the fuck. Okay,
next.
cut these cameras off.
With that being said,
Watch this tomorrow.
with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that is our show.
Oh Lord.
Episode 1
You
is in the
good,
books.
you
We
good.
want to thank y'all for tuning in to
That was
R&S.
perfect because you didn't
Oh my
hear it.
God.
I wanted him to repeat it.
Moody Cuz, you need me to repeat that question?
Let's go and wrap this up, man.
Now he just asked.
Hey,
he
always
just
remember,
asked.
a gentleman never kisses and tells,
And a gangster never fucking snitch.
and we out this
You
bitch.
did. Bitches.
He tried to get, but you know how they be on Family Feud. Steve Harvey asked them being on Family Feud be telling on themselves when they be asking about the cheating.
That was
And he be like, cheat. That one man said cheating. His wife was back there. I was like, he just told on. He really told on himself on Family Feud, though.
When the question registered in your mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's.
When
He
it
So you trying to
when
make
it
that
hit, you
down?
like, wait a minute.
And she was, and you was not paying
You wasn't paying
attention.
attention.
She,
I heard the question, but I wanted
He
to
did.
repeat it so
Oh
we can answer.
shit. Oh shit.
he said
the thought process was they was all in
he
the
hit
same
that all at one time because he was ready to. Now
Oh,
I'm smarter
shit.
than that. Nah, that'd be funny. That was a good.
Goddamn.
That was good. 80-20.
Oh fuck.
80-20.
I told you 80% communication.
But really,
20%.
It's 50-50.
But let's be real. Women want a man to make a whole lot more money than them, and they want that. They want their portion to be the 20, and for us to bring the 80. And that's just
That don't- that
and
don't bring
really
happiness,
and that's
though.
just money.
But you talking about
And
money.
I'm saying
Money
what we
don't bring
want.
happiness.
I'm saying what they
Shit.
want.
I done
They
been with a
want.
man with money and he was.
They
no-
always
no
say that shit.
happiness.
We know y'all fucked a few rich niggas. That's not
No,
what we saying.
I married
We talking about the
one.
ones that have kept.
I
That-
married them
we talking about the
all.
ones that are being kept.
Listen, money make you happy. It's just where the money come from.
It's not about
Bad
the
money-
money.
bad
That's
money
what I'm
don't
trying
make
to
you
tell you.
happy.
It's not about the money.
Yeah,
Money
You know what I
cannot
can do
make
with
no
some money?
woman
That
happy.
should make me happy. I'm gonna find a lot
All
of
money
peace.
can do is give her something to do over there so she can leave you alone. That don't mean she gonna be happy. She don't
say
be
she just
happy.
bought us
Like I said, it's all about where the money coming from.
No, it's all about who you with,
It's all about where the money coming
who
from.
you're with.
Boy.
Cause
It's about who you with.
you can get money from a man.
But I
mean-
who
but I
treats
mean-
you
My wallet
great.
was not in my pocket.
But
It
I
was on
mean-
the desk.
But I mean, let's remove the money. Y'all want
But
y'all
the
want
point was
us
about-
to bring 80% of the honesty in a relationship, and y'all to bring the
shut up.
20.
We ain't talking about honesty.
No, for real.
Ben's ate the pizza.
Y'all want us to be super honest. Y'all want us to be super honest. Meanwhile, y'all just forget information.
I'm
Just
so
like,
honest.
oh,
I'm
I-
an open book.
y'all
And
do
that's
that
not
shit.
true because if a women are very it's y'all just be
Man,
doing
women
During-
dumb stuff.
during
We
hey
can be,
hey
yes.
during
Yes.
sex, y'all want us to do 80% of the work, and y'all do 20.
Don't
Say,
mean nothing. Did you
Let me tell you.
we can start this
No,
shit
we
back up.
can't.
Say, man.
But no, let me
Y'all
tell
gonna
you
skip over
something.
that one.
No, we can't.
Women-
Y'all gonna
But
skip
if
over
a
that
woman,
one.
if you have
If a woman's doing this, I'm like, bro, don't do that because I know her.
If you
She
have
go-
a
this is
woman-
what she
if you
doing,
have a
she playing
woman-
you just like this, like that. Don't fuck with that bitch.
No,
Women are
if
not
you
more
have, but
phenomenal
if a
than
woman,
men.
truly loves a man, truly loves a man, it don't matter. She gonna love your
Y'all always
dirty,
come with
broke
that truly
draws.
love shit.
No, it's true.
Don't nobody give a
If
damn
you
about
get
that
a
shit.
woman's heart, a woman go, you'll take her through the trenches, and she gonna be right there. You know what I'm saying? Right there, cause she
But-
love and
but-
care, and she
did-
wanna try to make this work until she
So did
don't
y'all hear
care
what I
no more,
said?
until she check out.
I've
Until she
seen
check
women
out.
who are in love cheat on their men
Wow.
because he wasn't financially where she wanted him to be.
She wasn't in love.
Oh, she was in love.
She was in
Love.
love. She loved that nigga. He just wasn't
She was
tending
in
to the
love.
genitalia like he should.
But
I ain't paying you that.
She wasn't
But
in love.
back to what I was
She
saying.
loved him. She wasn't
Oh,
in
Lord.
love. She been with him. They
K.
been together. They got too much invested.
K.I.
But she don't love him.
NG.
Because
Would
if
you
you
agree
truly love a
that-
woman, I mean, if a woman truly loves a man, she'll do whatever it is this motherfucker wants. She'll go back to Tim Bucket too.
Help me. So
Most.
take that
Some.
opportunity.
Most of them. I'm talking about you gotta. It's a true
No,
love.
that was
I
like
think-
that.
Because you gotta really love, because it's the motives. A lot of people got so many different motives. You don't really know who really love and who not. But it's not too many black
No,
women
I told
on this
him
earth
he
that
was gonna help
actually,
me
if
'cause
they
he said
love
he can
him,
help
you
me
will
out.
see
He was like, oh, yeah,
this
you
woman
go ahead, talk
like
to
she will be down.
And that's if they allow themselves to fall in love.
She was gonna ask another nigga to pay for
That's
us.
the issue. Hey,
Or
hey,
if
hold
she
on,
know
wait a
how-
minute.
Or if she know how to love. A lot of people
Yeah.
don't know how.
Like, yeah, go ahead, let that nigga fund our.
All right, Moody.
I ain't gotta spend my money. All right, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
What? We missed it.
He said he will allow another nigga to pay for them bottom.
Hey, if he wanna give you money and you wanna come spend it with me, let's go spend that shit.
I done
So
been
we
there.
ain't
That
gotta
shit don't
spend
work.
it. We ain't
Niggas,
gotta spend our
niggas
shit.
can't handle that. Niggas cannot handle that. Trust me. I done been there. Nigga act like he can handle me out here still getting money from other niggas.
Shit, I've been a nigga
That don't work.
Hey,
You
listen,
had
this
one
how you gonna
experience
finesse
like
him.
that, and it labeled
Okay.
all of us.
If
I
you gotta go
don't know
sleep
who you
with
think that I am.
some
What are you talking about?
Wow.
I
You
said
know,
I didn't
but-
have. I was
See,
like,
that's
no.
my thing. Like, as long as you ain't getting nothing, he ain't getting nothing in exchange. I don't give a fuck. But when it comes to the point to